Picking up the best, and honey's original, a color above the rest. Sweet savory, every bite's divine. Bean pie's fresh every single time. Taste the magic in every slice. Come on, now don't think twice.
Greetings. I'm Imani Muhammad, founder of Imani's Original Bean Pies. For over a decade, I've been on a mission to create more than just desserts. I've been dedicated to bringing a taste of tradition, culture, and health to every table. Welcome to Conversations Over Pie, where we go beyond the flavors and share the stories that nourish our souls. Here, we gather around, just like family, and talk about the connection between food, culture, and community, all while savoring the moments that bring us together. So grab a seat, a slice of your favorite pie, and let's dive into heartfelt conversations that are as rich and as warm as the pies we love. Greetings again, welcome. I'm always excited to do a show because I'm able to bring on some of my special, and if I should use this analogy, dope friends that can come and they share so much great information, building community, doing all of the things that, we at Imani's Original Bean Pies love to do. This is what we're here for. This is how we started. I don't want to waste any time because I know that this show is going to be too short. This show is going to be too short because the person that I'm bringing on, I've known her for some years now. She is awesome. She is a professor. Well, I don't know what, she's so many great things. I don't know what order to put them in, but I'm going to start with she's a wife, a mother, a daughter. She loves her community. She's a professor, a historian, an author. Oh, I can continue to go on and on. Oh, and a great cook, I might say. I'm going to, without further ado, bring before you Dr. Asantewaa Oppong. Welcome, sister. Greetings.
Thank you.
Peace and blessings.
Peace and blessings. How are you?
Oh, I'm excited. I'm doing great. I'm so excited to have you on. I couldn't wait because, I want to talk about all the great things we'll be doing this week, next weekend. And I just want to talk about everything, celebrate you, celebrate the great things that you've brought to our community. So much so that I had to join the board of what you're doing.
Right.
So I don't want to keep the people waiting. Before we go on, we want to get started with just introducing yourself. Can you?
Right. So my name is Dr. Asantewaa Oppong Wadie, and I'm local to Chicago. Born and raised right outside of the city in the city of Evanston. And have lived here really my whole life. I need to say that my parents are immigrants coming in from the island of Jamaica. So, grew up in the city, went to school, went to college at University of Illinois, Chicago, went to grad school at Northwestern, and then finally finished up my doctorate at Northern. So this is the community of people that I know, and as you mentioned, I am a wife and a mother of 4 children, and how you and I met was that we were on this homeschooling journey together,
Yes.
Trying to homeschool these children. So thus far, I've homeschooled 3 all the way to college. Got 1 more that we're working on. And we run Indigo Nation Homeschool Association, Sister Africa. Co-founded that together to support African American families on the homeschool journey. So that's still functional, and we still meet weekly. And a big part of me getting to know people in the city of Chicago, particularly because I was a suburbanite, but getting to build communities and have real friends. It is from homeschooling. That homeschool community has really supported me and grown into other communities.
Yes. Well, I'm going to have to ask some help from our producer to send me the YouTube link because we have a lot of people trying to get on with us, and there's some of our board members, and I definitely want them on
Right, right.
to the point where I'm willing to pause
Okay,
if
yeah.
I have to.
Me too. Me too.
So if we could put that link into the, can you, if my producer can text it to me, I could text it, and she did. I have it, Mama Asantewaa.
Okay.
So we can continue on. I mean, we have so much to cover. You talked about Indigo, Homeschool Nation. I mean, so if people don't know everything that I talk about, community building, educating our youth, how we even started wanting to teach our youth that we can make and manufacture our own products. You embody all of this. And what we're here to talk about today is almost like, it's not almost like, it's foundational for us. So I want to go, I'm skipping over a little bit because I want to bring our other people in, most definitely. And I'm trying to use my left hand, and I'm not good at it, apparently. So give me 1 second. But we're going to talk about on April 25th, next week, Saturday, we're going to have Empress Menen Day.
Yes.
And so we have the flyer. We're showing the flyer right now. I'm telling people to go to, what is it, Empress Chronicles?
Menen Chronicles.
Menenchronicles.com to register, because a lot of people are coming.
Right.
They are registering. I don't know the numbers, but I know that I'm getting a lot of calls, and people are saying they'll definitely be there. And we have so much we're going to go through this, Mama Asantewaa.
Okay.
Just bear with me 1 second. And so once I see people coming in, Assad is showing us some love. He's telling us it's a great show and we're doing awesome.
Right.
We only just began. Because
Right.
I'm just going to touch a few things, and then I'm going to try to stay focused as I can. It's hard when you do so much.
Right, yeah.
So we talked about you're a professor of history. We talked about Indigo Homeschool Nation, which you still do, even though your children are, except for the last one.
Right.
They're young adults now. You're still a part of that. We're going to talk about this great book that you authored. We're going to talk about the event that we just showed. So we have a lot to do. So much so that I forgot my slice of pie, guys.
Oh my goodness. I know.
I forgot my slice of pie, but that's okay. We're going to have some fun today. Okay. So where do you want to begin? Do we start with history? How did you, what encouraged you to become a historian?
Right. So my education is in teaching and specifically pedagogy. But I was in undergrad in the 90s and in graduate school through the early 2000s. And authors like Molefe Asante, like Asa Hilliard, these people were on fire, and their work was on fire. And they were putting forward this idea that it was unconscionable for Black parents to think that a white school system is going to serve them, be able to educate their children. And they came from a strong historical background. So even though I was completing my degree in education, it was always about Black history, Black studies, And upon graduating, I was already doing some work with the DuSable Museum of African American History, but that is really, really, really where I got my start working as a public historian. So a public historian differs from, your writing historians, because the public historian is in charge of teaching the public their history. And so it was a dynamic undertaking. Always when you're engaging the public, it's multiple ages, it's parents, it's children, it's grandparents. So you have to find a way to talk to everybody. And so it was good that I started there, the history track, because, if had I come out of the academy, like, that type of history, I think I would sound different and look different and have a different passion. But starting at the DuSable Museum, working my way up to be supervisor of the Amistad Project, which was a bill put forward in Illinois. It is law in Illinois now, that all institutions that receive federal or public dollars have to teach the truth of the slave trade. And though it is law, it is not enforced everywhere, and unfortunately, a lot of that work that we did to make sure that we created curriculum for every age group, like for kindergartners, how do you teach them this? First grade, second grade, myself, Angela C. Davis. We had a few, including Hunter Adams, Dr. Ben Levy. We're on that team of putting that work together. Man, we were passionate. We felt like this was the change, but unfortunately it got, how it happens here in Chicago, things get swept under the rug, politics and stuff. So it was never really fully enforced. I took that passion, seeing that it wasn't going to be what we thought it was going to be. I took that passion with me when I started teaching at DePaul. Like, first, people deserve to know the truth regardless of color. But some of the pain that I was experiencing, Mommy Money, was that, like, I would look out into my classroom. DePaul is 9% Black. And it would be easy to have a class of 40 students and 38 of them be white. And they were great students, but you're only teaching 2 Black people and you're teaching Black history. And you're coming from the lens of Black studies,
Yes.
And so I was like, I'm not going to make myself tired here in the university, teaching a population that may or may not like it, may or may not receive it. You know what I'm saying? And then people don't get nothing. So that was some of the impetus behind starting Empress Menen Day. There's got to be a day when we start teaching the public, and at no charge, because they were not charged when this information was hidden from them or taken from them. We wanted it free, right? And we tested out doing some teach-ins where we would just teach anything that we felt Black people should know. We started out at the Quaker House teaching like that. And those had their successes. What we found, though, was Empress Menen Day. The public in Chicago loved it. Like, they could really latch on to the concept, and they supported us year after year. This year is our 11th year.
And it's growing and growing and growing, isn't it?
Yes.
I remember we were in a like somewhere near the University of Chicago, like in a small house.
Right.
I mean, not very small. It's just small compared to what we utilize now.
Right.
But we were in there, weren't we?
Right. Packed in hot. We get so hot in there. Right.
But here's the thing, Mama Asantewaa, it didn't matter because, I mean, we didn't complain because you kept us on our toes. You kept us wanting to hear more and more. Keep going. To the point where we won't let you give up the job, the task, right?
Right. So that's exactly what I found, was that there was a thirst here in the city, amongst people who would identify themselves as Pan-African and people who do not. They loved it. They wanted to hear more, and they keep us coming back. They're the people who support this event. It's a free event. It is open to the public. It is appropriate for all ages in the family.
Yes.
We invite people out to learn. It is just like water to my soul to see our community get the information that I know belongs to them. And you don't have to pay a sky-high tuition bill to get it.
Yes, right. But we're getting a lot of comments, so I want to definitely touch on them now. On our Empress Menen Day, which is April 25th at 6:00 p.m. at the Charles Hayes Center, guys. Don't forget that point.
Yes.
We had the way that we're paying for this, because of course nothing in life is free. We have Purvey Properties, Kawana Norman. This has been my friend, guys, since grammar school.
Wow.
Can you imagine? Like, we were little, rugrats running around. But now, she's a sponsor for Empress Menen Day. And she says that we have to keep accurate accounts of our history. And she's saying, keep up the good work, the great work, Mama Asantewaa.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. So just thank you for that, Kawana. I mean, encouragement goes a long way.
Yeah.
I always say be kind.
Yes.
And kindness goes a long way. But a lot of, and Mama Imani Babaru's one of our board members that works tirelessly. She's given us some blessings. Sister Khalila Muhammad, who just did a show on and interviewed somebody dealing with midwifery.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so we got to touch on that too.
Yeah. We've got to say something about that.
Yes, it's so much. But she's given us blessings of Assalamu alaikum. I don't want to miss anybody, but if I did, I'm going to come back. Oh, my teacher, Professor Joaquin Jackson, who is also one of our sponsors for Empress Menen Day, this coming Saturday, and he'll be doing, or will be doing, a Tai Chi demonstration, and he's there saying, I'll be there.
All right.
I'll be there. And I'm telling you, he's not just coming because we're doing the Tai Chi demonstration. He actually comes every year. And they look forward to it because they love the food. They love everything they're being fed.
Right.
Right. Physically, spiritually, or mentally. But, I'm excited because this is the most I've ever talked probably on my interviews. I just don't want to miss anything.
Right.
And I'm going to get back to our sponsors. But before we do, I want us to move on. I want this fire to keep burning. Because I wanted to make the point, a lot of parents, because I'm in education, they ask about like the knowledge to be able to teach their children Black history. And I just want to say, make your way, however you got to get there, to the Charles Hayes Center. Imani Babaru says it feeds the whole soul and belly. But I want to put that flyer up one more time. Make your way, parents, to Empress Menen Day, and I promise, thank me later. Just you ain't even got to thank me. I already know. I already know that you'll be thanking me. You'll be excited. But Mama Asantewaa, we want to go on and talk about who is Empress Menen. Why are we even? Yes.
Yeah. So one of the reasons why I keep coming back to Empress Menen was there are brilliant women throughout our long history as African people, the longest lived people, the longest living people on the planet Earth. We are surrounded by brilliant African women throughout our history. One of the reasons that I reach out for Empress Menen and to define who she is the final crowned Empress of Ethiopia. So Ethiopia has had a long history of female regents. She is the final one. I don't think they wanted it that way. Her family was ousted from power in 1974. Currently, what we have in place is a democratically elected government. We know that they were helped. People who actually completed the coup were helped by the major world powers. It was not a local initiative only. Major world powers had their say there. And, we kind of see that moving throughout history. If we see like the takeover of Hawaii and the ousting of the royal family there, the takeover of Madagascar and the ousting of the royal family, even in Ghana, how the royal family was ousted and exiled. It kind of is the modus operandum of how power operates in the world. Right? But Empress Menen was extremely impactful during her earth trot. So a lot of Rastafari people really hold that she's still with us, and all of our ancestors are still here. Like we don't have to speak about them in past tense. Yes, so definitely, I'm for that positioning. But I'm saying that if we look chronologically, which is why the book is called The Empress Menen Chronicles, it is possible to imbibe her spiritually and feel her right now. And as we sit here and have this conversation, but what I wanted to present was your earth walk, what happened, what you did, how you responded to what you saw. I feel that within those boundaries, there is great merit. So as the regent, so a crown empress in the only Black sovereign nation on the continent of Africa at the time, she was impactful. I think that her life is immensely exemplar of what is possible for us. So, in the Caribbean, in South America, in Central America, in North America, there were Black women who were active even as early as the late 1800s, all the way through the 1900s, definitely 1930, when Empress Menen comes to the throne. You have Black women who are active, but we're talking about not your local city, community, civic engagement in your town. We're talking about the world stage, which is this becomes important. She is negotiating with world powers such as England, such as France, dealing with Russia. She is, you know what I'm saying, speaking to the world powers ahead of World War II, telling them, if you want to avoid this war, this is what you must do. Namely, you must take the enemy out of Ethiopia, because she said, when they come for us, you're next. Right? So her words are on the front of the New York Times. Right? She's covered extensively by the Chicago Tribune, by the Chicago Sun-Times, by the Chicago Defender, by the Philadelphia Courier, by the New York Age, by the Kansas Plain Dealer. She's globally known, right? I found generous, beautiful articles about her from Australia, from Tasmania, from Canada. She's known across the world. So here's my contention. In the early 20th century, we don't have another Black woman on the world stage who is visible to the world, that the world knows about, doing what Empress Menen is doing. She's a leader of Black women. And we hope to talk about that this year, how even her fashion that she put forward at that time is still being copied by us. We may not even know her name. We may not even know that we're doing what she's doing. You know what I'm saying? But, she became the pattern of what is possible as a Black woman, right? So when you see Nina Simone donning her look, that's not coincidental. You know what I'm saying? They're taking from the highest possibility of good. And one of the most visible examples of Black in its own style, because that was the thing about Ethiopia. Because it wasn't ever colonized, we don't see Black people through white lens. Here we see Black people through Black lens, dressing how they want to dress. You know what I'm saying? Styling themselves how they want. They had their own photographers. They were putting out to the press their original pictures and controlling their narrative, and not being controlled by the European press. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
This is what makes her impactful. This is what makes her life a worthy study.
Wow. You're on fire. So I was reading in the comments, Samira says, we stand on the shoulders of our ancestors. That's love. Right. She shows us love. We have people commenting, you have us on fire. And that's, well, you don't have us on fire. You know what we have on fire. We're blazing the fire. So Saida James, she says that blessings to the both of you, meaning us, continue to do the great work and teachings that we all need. I love it. And incidentally, she usually comes as well, because I do something that's semi-selfish, but it's not really selfish at all, if you understand. And what I do is I tell my friends and family that if you want to celebrate my birthday with me, which is April 23rd, meet me over at Empress Menen Day. If you love me, meet me at Empress Menen Day, and let's spend some time together as a family, as a community. Bring your children.
Wow.
This is
you did
bring
that.
your mother, bring your elders, bring,
Right.
and let's do this. So that's one of the ways that I so that's selfish, not selfish.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. So I wanted to say, I want to get into the book. So you not only able to talk about this like you are, but there's actually a book that people could get. Now, I don't know, do we still have the paperback
No.
books? Okay, well, we're not gonna talk about it. This is the newer edition, and I love it even more because it's a hard copy, and
Right.
it's like a lookbook, if you will.
Yes.
It goes beautifully, on the the what you call it, cocktail table.
Right.
And you have beautiful pictures of Empress Menen
Yeah.
and her husband, the Emperor of Ethiopia,
Yes.
Emperor Haile Selassie. And
Mhm.
I just love and I adore their story because when he was crowned, he crowned her at the same time,
Yes.
to show us balance, to
Yeah.
show us the very thing we're talking about, what they embody: community, love, family. You
Mhm.
want to talk about that just briefly
Yes, just a little.
while I show
You
these
know what I'm
pictures?
saying? This had never been done in modern times. We don't have
Mm.
a modern record, so that's including the House of Windsor that all of us follow. I can clearly remember when Princess Diana and Prince Charles got married. I clearly remember because we were in daycare, summer school daycare, and they like shut down everything, and we all had to watch it. Yeah, it's not done that way. Kings are usually crowned alone, and then queens come after. This is how it had been done around the world. So I did notice, though, at this last coronation that we saw from the House of Windsor, they did the coronation at the same day. But they're learning from us. You know what I'm saying? What I will say is that something unique happened in 1930 in Ethiopia. And I think that it was a clap back at white supremacy and their emphasis on the devaluation of women. Because all of them were present. So from our own experience, in Ethiopia on November 2nd, 1930, ABC, NBC, CBS, the Associated Press, which the Associated Press is a feeder press system for all newspapers and television and radio. So they get the news and they give it in digestible bites to all of these news outlets. So they were there. Fox was there. Fox TV, Fox Media was there. All your Black newspapers were there. So the Negro Associated Press, including some of which I named already: Philadelphia Courier, Chicago Defender, Kansas Plain Dealer, all of them were there, right?
Okay.
So the world is watching. We have 72 nations present in sub-Saharan Africa, this terrible place that babies are all starving and dying. This is the narrative they push. But they were not there just to merely observe. They came and bowed. All of them, including the English, including the French, including the Portuguese, they all came and bowed, including the Japanese, including the Chinese, in front of the Ethiopian emperor. You may ask why? Because the Ethiopian throne is older than all other thrones that are in the world, right? So they know that's the parent throne. They mess around and tell you a different story. They themselves do not believe that, though, because they paid obeisance, that is to bow, show deference and humility to the emperor. But the emperor wasn't finished there, right? He actually had his wife present. He didn't want her bowed or crowned on a different day when you come to bow to him, but you don't see her. He had them both. They were crowned about 10 minutes apart, right? With the world watching. Now, this is a lady with the afro, full, deep brown skin. She's not as dark as I am, but olive tone, dark skin, afro, 7 months pregnant. They actually had a coronation baby, right? Because they got the throne 7 months prior to the November 2nd date. And so she's 7 months pregnant. We have to call it a coronation baby, whether they They had a
That's what we call it.
they actually bowed as one of my sister and Dr. Beresford said. They bowed in front of the whole Black family because the baby was present, the mother and the father, right? So they were doing something revolutionary. I don't even think that we're there yet, where we're saying all of us, you're not going to give men an unequal chance and then think you can diss Black women and then diss Black children, miseducate them. Haile Selassie was pushing for recognition of the Black family as royal, and to take us out of the state we were in during that era, which we call today Jim Crow or Jane Crow. You know what I'm saying? The state of moral depravity, how they were depicting us. Think back and remember things like Aunt Jemima, Rufus,
Right.
all of these things. They had us on cereal boxes and all this stuff, showing us in derogatory ways. They were countering all that fully and totally, right? Styling their own selves in afros and Ethiopian garments, like, look at us and take a bow while you're here.
Right.
It's an unbelievable story, right?
Yeah. But we could give them too much now. No, I'm just kidding.
Right.
But we have a lot of people asking, where can they purchase the book, or will it be at the event on Saturday?
It will be at the event on Saturday. The book is typically $40, but we'll move it for $35 on Saturday. So it will be there.
Okay. So I had a good, so this one I told them it's an updated book. What is in this version, what's new or different in this edition rather?
So our first production of it, there were some, how should I call them? Oopsies. We got all the oopsies out that we could find, and we enlarged the book to make it more reader friendly. You can obviously tell when people want you to read something when they don't. When they don't, they make the print so fine. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
Gotta go get your glasses and stuff to read it. Because they don't want you reading the quote fine print. Well, we're pushing for print friendly. It's large, it's big, it's full of pictures. We're kind of, in some ways, Mama Imani, following the example of Ebony Magazine, particularly as it was first conceived of by the Johnson & Johnson Publishing Company, where they said, you attract people to this publication with the pictures. You know what I'm saying? Because people love you. Black people love you. We
love colors.
Right.
We love colors. But let me tell you, I'll tell you something that didn't change. And I was, when I got this updated copy edition, of course I was looking for myself, right? So look, I was so excited. You see myself and Mama Imani Barbaroos, and we were blessed to be with that year with Mama Tradition, which was a whole nother, oh my God. I'm telling you, every year is something great. But Mama Tradition is an Eitzel chef.
Right.
And I mean, and she's a historian in her own right, because she's lived through a lot, and she was telling us some great stories, like how she, when she met Bob Marley, or, just all types of things, just helping us out with a food journey. How many of us may have started eating certain things, but we grow and we do better.
That's right.
But anyway, I'm just excited. So I'm in the book, guys. So now you all know you have to buy it.
Right.
So what if they're not in Chicago? Because some people are not in Chicago, and they're going to be able to still be a part of Empress Menen Day online.
Yes.
Is there any way they could get the book?
Yes. So they should go to menenchronicles.com and buy it through the store there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now, guys, on menenchronicles.com, if my producer puts up the flyer again, the website is on there. But if you go there, you could register online for free. If you're coming to the event, you could register for the online version if you're not in Chicago or you're unable to come for whatever reason. You could also make donations on there, right? So you all see the great things that we're doing, and I know that people are always looking for somewhere to pay charity, because for us, that's one of the pillars of Islam. So we pay charity So you could do that there. And she's telling you you could also order this great book
That's right.
if you're not in Chicago. But if you're in Chicago, I would advise you to come on out to Empress Menen Day on Saturday, April 25th, because look at mine. It is personally autographed and signed.
Yay.
Yeah, and I love what you said. You said you are as royal as the Empress. Always remember that with an explanation point. She was homeschooling, thus inspiring us.
Right.
We don't even know where we get these things from,
Right.
right? But as Samira said, we stand on the shoulders of our ancestors.
That's right. Yes. Thank you, Samira.
Mhm.
Yes.
So you all see it, Empress Menen Day, April 25th. Come on out, dine with us. I did say dine. People were asking me, well, will I get bean pie? You'll get all kinds of flavors of bean pie.
Wow. I love that.
You will be edified physically, mentally, and even spiritually. So I would just come on out.
Okay. Love it. Yes.
Love it. So I know I have to be cognizant of the time, and I definitely wanted to touch on some other things. And I don't want to forget. Did we highlight everything? You do so much, Mama Sandra. I don't want to forget anything. We covered. Oh, I know. So my sister KJ Muhammad hosted Muhammad and Friends about an hour ago,
Yes.
and or so, and she interviewed Sister Star August Ali. She is a black mid. I cannot say that word well. Help me.
Mm-hmm.
Midwifery.
Yes.
Okay, and just wanted to kind of touch on that because I know this is passionate for you as well.
Yes.
And hopefully I know that KJ is watching and she could definitely invite her out because I know this Empress Menen Day would be right up her alley because she sounded just as passionate as you are about the birthing process and what, we go through and how we can help and aid each other. But I want you to touch on it because you've done so much in that way as well for the community.
Yes. So I was really blessed in my life when it was still a problem here in Illinois, to study with a couple lay midwives here, and have my own 4 children at home, go through the home birthing experience. We did have one run-in with the law for the second birth, but thankfully we transcended that. I can't say enough. It is literally, I only got a piece because you sent me the whole reel of the interview. I was only able to listen to a piece, but what stayed with me was that she said 90% of the mortality in Black women around birth is preventable. You know what I'm saying? It's not our platform issue. There is no way that we can sit back and comfortably sip tea when Black women are under this kind of attack. We know that we are a people who have been warred upon, right? But to be attacked in this way, it just cannot be met with our silence. And like, they have my 100% support. So I signed up for their newsletter, the Black Midwifery Collective. I saw that they just had their ribbon cutting. All of that, I'm in full support, and funneling people in that direction, showing them that even if you don't do this as a career, just to have those skills again, you secure the people around you when you have those skills, meaning specifically midwifery skills. And I just want to thank the sisters who have been doing this work, people like Mama Imani Barbaroos here in this city, Mama Joy with infant care, just people who have been doing that work and are concerned about that issue. I just hats off. We need more.
Yes. And perhaps we can have them on the show soon as well to talk about it.
Like that.
Yes.
I really like that because that was one of Empress Menen's platform issues. Was maternal care in Ethiopia. And unfortunately, she lost her closest daughter to she died in childbirth. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. So, and she didn't fall down under that weight. Just a remarkable person. They
Mhm.
created the Black Maternal Hospital and named it after Sahai, the daughter that passed away. So,
Oh,
Ethiopia now has an outstanding maternal health program because of their input. And I think that example can be replicated in micro and in macro, in terms of going all out to secure Black maternal health. We got to give it first priority in any
mhm.
school that we are in that involves Black women. Yes, absolutely.
Wow. And I just love the way you make the connection of the history as it relates to us now. It's not without knowing our history, as Marcus Messiah Garvey said,
Yeah.
we're doomed to repeat it.
Hmm.
And so it's important. I just want you to kind of stress to our young people the importance of knowing their history, the importance of attending an event like Empress Menen Day Chicago. Um, yeah, I'll give you a second to just kind of
All right.
talk about the importance of this, because I mean sometimes we just don't know,
Hmm.
and it's the job of us as the elders to to speak it, right,
Yeah.
to sound the alarm. Yeah.
Mhm. I
Mhm.
would say I'm 53 and I've been in this field for a little while now. At least it's coming up on 30 years. Dealing with our history, dealing with learning it, teaching it, and I still learn new things every day.
Yeah.
Don't sit back and think that you know it. Every again is a gain. I used to tell my homeschoolers, and
Yeah,
it was like, we did that already, we're going to do it again,
I
and you will
love
get
it.
gain from it. Whenever the mic is lifted to teach who we are, go make sure you are there, be front and center. Listen, here's what I can promise you: you will learn something that you did not know, and you will be edified by it. I promise. Promise. Boy, who's ever teaching about us, you know what I'm saying? Provided they're standing in the center of, who we are and centering themselves as an African person, you will be edified and you will learn something that you did not know. Our history is so rich. We have the longest history of any people on the planet. There's no way to know it all or be like, oh, that's not important. It is important, right?
Mhm.
Every piece of it that you can get, like, go with all your heart.
Mhm.
Go and get it.
So,
Yeah.
so now you just made me want to go into last year's topic when you
Hmm.
said our history dates back as the furthest, and the
Yes.
name of last year's Empress Menen Day Chicago was Dinkanish, right?
Yes. The
And can
oldest
you just
human
talk
being.
about what that means real quick? Just what
Yes. So yes, our oldest mother, in terms of recorded history, we really don't have another whole human example that is older than Dinkanish, right?
Mhm.
Mother, first woman, right? The oldest example of a human being, a full human being, right? You know what I'm saying? And anthropology has their way of talking about things, and I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm just saying we look at it different. Um, we see a whole mother, and we're not arguing for her evolution from apes. I'm definitely not. You know what I'm saying? This was a created being, as far as I'm concerned. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Um, not having any crossover with apes. Coming to teach us the humanity we now practice, right?
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
so there's no competition in terms of, is Africa the home of human beings? Absolutely. It's the cradle, it's the first grade, second grade, all the way to college, all the way to grad school, postdoc is
Mhm.
in Africa. I'm sorry.
Yep. So
People want to put it elsewhere, but you know what I'm saying? The evidence is there
yes.
for.
Well, I think that, and I'll venture to say that many of our people still don't know what you're talking about when we say Dinkanish, right?
Right.
Because Professor Joaquin Jackson says it's not sometimes that we just don't know; it's all the time, and they're right. So we only know what was given to us from a European perspective. So when you say Dinkanish, it's like, what are
Right.
you talking about? Like, the oldest what and where,
Right.
right? Because we were given that knowledge in the form of Lucy.
Right. Oh, so we should have said that. Right.
Yes, that's
So,
okay. We going.
yes, yeah. So they call her Lucy. They say she's named after a song made by the Beatles. And calling her Lucy is something of a misnomer because Lucy belongs to a particular culture. So when you think Lucy, well, where is she from? Right? When we say Dinkinish, the name puts her in a certain geographical setting, right? And
Yes.
rectifies that kind of upset in history. So they just celebrated 50 years of finding Lucy. Only 50 years ago did they find out. Which kind of tells you who we're dealing with here. Only 50 years ago did they find out that the oldest mother is from Africa. And they were celebrating that last year, which is why we chose to highlight Dinkinish last year. 50 years is not a long time. And so they're giving you part of their misleading when they say, oh, Lucy, they know that that name, triggers the mind to go to certain spaces and to imagine that it must look like the people in power today, That's
There we go. There we go. There you go.
Yeah.
That's where I wanted you to go with that, because and the education, we can go on and on. In fact, when people come out Saturday on April 25th, they're going to see, they're going to be like, oh, I thought I heard it all.
Right.
I heard nothing. Right. Wow. Right. Bring your notepads, people. Wow. Take notes. I'm just telling you, that's what I do. I'm taking notes in this conversation. Last week you were on another podcast. Was our brother Lions?
Yes, the Lion Voice Network.
Yeah, the Lion Voice Network. Shout out to him. And I just want to thank him because he said something. He said he always have you every opportunity he can. He have you on his show. Yes. And I thought that was honorable but true. Yeah. True. I don't blame him because you bring a certain just fire. We could feel your energy. We know that you mean what you say. You study it. You live this. And right. Everybody that meets you, they feel that, and they're always excited to hear from you, especially my husband Asad. When I told him who I was interviewing today, he was like, oh, this is going to be a good one. No, right, he said this was going to be fire.
Right. Okay.
I said, interesting you bring that up, right? Right. So I don't want to, my producer's going to get me if I don't stay on. And if I stay on too long, but I wanted to not forget to talk about, and I lost it, but I'll go into it when I find it. I got to pay some bills, Mama Asantewaa.
Okay. All right. No problem.
I found it. I want to give a special thanks to our sponsors, those that sponsored Empress Menen Day, the Quarry Event Center. Shout out to Mama Yvette Moyo, who always see good vision. At the Quarry Center on 2435 East 75th Street in Chicago. I want to thank Purvey Properties, who chimed in with us today, Kawana Norman. You can go to purveyproperties.com. And if you're looking to buy a house, sell a house, and you're looking for a professional person, I'm telling you, that's your girl. Phoenix Life Solutions with Dr. Phoenix. We can go to phoenix8lifesolutions.com. And if you go to our social media, you'll see all of this. And Glamour Day Spa Mobile. That's another one of my friends since grammar school. Wow. Yes. Glamour Day Spa Mobile.com. If you want to have a good, and we're going to have to do this for the board members. Get your facial, your nails done on the bus. Oh my goodness, the experiences. I know we're gonna do something this year.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, like hopefully it'll be at the beach.
Okay.
I'm speaking it into. I'm letting Joanne Holman know what we need to do. And then our last but not last, our Tai Chi Professor Jackson.
Yes.
At Christ Universal Temple. We're there every Saturday at 10:15 a.m. If you want to improve your health without over-exaggerating yourself, and you really want to grow spiritually, mentally, physically, come out to the Tai Chi classes. We're going to give you an example at the Empress Menen Day, Chicago, but I'm telling you, I've seen some miracles take place in this Tai Chi class. Elders that came in on walkers that are now holding balanced positions
Wow.
for like whole songs, you
Wow.
know. So anyway, that's a whole nother story. And then last but not least, Imani's original bean pie.
That's
You know,
right.
we not only a sponsor, we're gonna work tirelessly and make sure that this event, we treat you all like the royal empresses and emperors that you are.
That's right. Oh, I love that.
Did
Yeah.
I do a good job of going through?
Awesome job. Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Do you have anyone else that you might want to mention? I don't want to put you on the spot with it.
Yeah, so I hope that my memory doesn't fail me. Tesfa, Ethiopian cuisine, the Ethio Mart on the north side. I don't have their reference right directly in front of me. Also, Tax for Us. It's a research group with Sister Ya.
Yes, yeah.
Also, I hope that's my whole list, but I think I may be missing one or two people. Oh, Frontline Books.
Oh yes,
Yes.
every year, right?
Yes. Frontline Books.
Shout out to Brother Sekou.
Yes. And I hope I got everybody. But if I forgot you here, I will definitely mention you at Empress Menen, right? People who, hear the call and heed the call. It is so beautiful to have help from the community and for our committee, the Empress Menen committee here in Chicago, EMC squared, just really giving 100. This is our week for that big push to get Saturday all right. And I just appreciate everyone who put in effort. Yeah, I
Yes, yes.
appreciate it, including people in my own household who are just, oh, we got to make this happen. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
they already know what it is. And
right.
I don't want to give away the whole night, but we're gonna have some good entertainment. It's just such a it's we're just a gifted people. We're I mean, artsy, you name it, educated. We just and all of that in one roof. The energy is just enormous. It's
Yes.
yeah. So I'm excited. It's the highlight of my birthday month. I celebrate the month.
Yes.
You all know that. I
Yes.
celebrate the month, and I can't wait. It's kind of almost bittersweet because you're trying to make sure you got everything ready, right?
No. I know. But look, it's going to be great. And look, I want to thank you from my heart for, I did not know that you do that every year, invite your friends to celebrate your birthday at Empress Menen Day. We got to do something about
Yeah,
that.
usually my dad come. Let's put him on the spot on this line.
Oh,
Because
nice.
he had been feeling a little in a little pain, but I'm like, Dad, you can still come. You still young. You still
Right. That is such an awesome idea. Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, okay, with that, you know what? I had a question I wanted to ask you. If you, first of all, had a pie and could share a slice with Empress Menen, first of all, what kind would you share with her? And what would you talk about? And we'll end like that.
Oh, wow. So, no, I've never thought about that.
So I know it'll be a vegan pie. That was the easy part of the question.
Right. So it'll be a vegan pie and possibly the blueberry vegan pie.
Okay.
Money's vegan pie. Yeah, because that's the one I really enjoy. What would we talk about? Man, her stance on women. I would want it. I just would want her to flesh that out. I would want to hear from her own voice. Yeah, what she believes is possible for Black women in the world. How close are we to it, and what else we have to do? Yeah.
Wow, that was some of the questions that I wanted to ask you today, but I already knew I wouldn't get through all of my questions. But I certainly wanted to ask you that question in regards to women and where we are and where we're going.
Yeah.
But all I can say right now is, hey, women, bring your children, bring your family, come on out to Empress Menen Day, and we'll start there.
Yeah. Yes, that sounds good. Yeah.
Sounds good?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, with that, I want to thank you again. And will you come back? I'm like the brother from the Lions Network.
Right.
I need you at least 3-4 times a year.
Okay. Definitely.
You're gonna start charging me, right?
No.
Yes, ma'am. And but thank you again. This has been an honor. This has been a great show, an exciting show. I hate to end it, but we have to for right now. We're gonna clip it up. We're gonna put it everywhere because this is powerful.
Yeah.
I just want to thank everyone who tuned in, showed us love on the side. You all know I don't see the greatest, but I did the best I could. I do see people saying thank you and letting us know that they're tuning in. I want to thank everyone, and until we meet again next week, assalamu alaikum. Good night.
All right. Good night. Take care.
Yeah. So usually I do more to close us out, but hey, I'm edified, I'm full, I'm filled up. Guys, I'll see you all on the other side. April 25th, Empress Menen Day. If you don't know, go to our social media at Imani's Originals on all forms of social media, and you'll find the site there, and we'll see you then.
Picking up the best, Imani's Original, a color above the rest. Sweet, savory, every bite's divine. Bean pie's fresh every single time. Taste the magic in every slice. Come on, now don't think twice.